Another Western Massachusetts mayor is not seeking re-election this year, as North Adams Mayor Tom Bernard joins Holyoke Mayor Alex Morse and Northampton Mayor David Narkewicz in announcing that their current terms will be their last ones in office. Connecting Point's Ray Hershel spoke with Mayor Bernard to discuss his reasons for stepping down after serving 2 terms and what lies ahead for both him and the city of North Adams.
A lot of things came together for this decision. Certainly, what the last year has been like for leaders everywhere in what for almost a full year. It'd be a year at the end of this week, I think, of crisis response to the pandemic, and that did a lot of things. One, it took focus and put it where it needed to be. But in doing that, it took my focus off of some really important work that I didn't get a chance to get done. Things around long-term fiscal and capital planning. And now that things are trending in a good direction, that's not to say that we're out of the woods, not to say that we're in full recovery mode. But as we can look ahead and say, well, there's still tunnel to go, but we can start to see the light. I want to be able to really fully commit myself and my team to working on those things that I didn't really get a chance to do as deeply and consistently as I wanted to over the course of the last year. And thinking about the continued recovery, that work, and a campaign, I felt like I could do 2 of those things, but not 3. So I decided I'd rather spend the time remaining to me doing the work and then leave it in a position to hand it off to somebody else.
Now, as you conclude your last term in office in North Adams, Mayor, what will be your priorities? What's your priority list look like in terms of what you'd like to get done before you leave office?
Passing a good budget for this year, updating our capital planning for the future, really making sure that the city is positioned for success. We have a lot, and we've talked about this in other conversations, Ray. A lot of things to recommend North Adams. A lot of progress, a lot of investment, and I want to make sure that as we recover, we're on the right trajectory, both in terms of what's happening in the area of private development, what's happening with our reputation and our position as a cultural center, as a center for outdoor recreation, but also as a place that is affordable to live, a place that is welcoming, a place that is inclusive, and a place where our fundamentals are as solid and sound as we can make them. And we've had a couple of issues and a couple of concerning items come up recently. One of them being the condition of our fire hydrants that we really got a wake-up call on around 2 recent fires, and making sure that the work that I'm doing is addressing those things and making sure that we are, we're as safe as we can be, we're investing where we need to be, and we're doing it in a way that's sustainable for a community that still struggles with our underlying economics.
Now, Mayor, how hard did COVID-19 hit your community in terms of the public health issue, in terms of economic development and economic hardship? What kind of hit did North Adams take as a result of COVID-19?
We took a big hit, like everybody did. I mean, first of all, we lost members of our community. And then people in our community also lost friends and family members who don't live here, but that effect is felt. We had people who came down with COVID and suffered and struggled and were hospitalized. We had businesses close, we had businesses struggle. And we're going to continue to see those struggles as we move through the recovery. And the good news is that by paying attention to public health fundamentals, paying attention to social distancing and masking and preventive and precautionary measures, we were able to manage it. And again, I don't want to minimize or diminish the impact on any individual, on any family, on any community member, but we did a good job managing through this crisis.
Can you look back just and give us an idea of what you think you have accomplished, what your major accomplishments have been in North Adams over your last 2 terms?
would say again, it is the work of our foundation, addressing things like transitions in leadership positions, hiring a new police chief. We're in the process of hiring a fire chief, updating our zoning, bringing in grants to support economic development. We got a really good MassWorks grant last year in the midst of the pandemic for $2.4 million to support both infrastructure work in our Blackington neighborhood, but also work that will support private development down the road. So it's making sure that we are doing everything we can to make the momentum for North Adams as positive as it can be.
Now, you announced early in the last year of your term that you wouldn't seek re-election at this point. Any thoughts on where Tom Bernard may end up in the next year or two? Private sector, is public sector still a possibility? What are your thoughts about the future?
Honestly, Ray, I'm looking forward to being surprised as we get further into the year and I start networking and having conversations and considering some options, but also trying to carve out some time to reflect and to think about what the totality of my career up to this point, having worked in the nonprofit sector, having worked in higher ed, now having worked in public service. What is it that takes all those things and puts them together in a way that is exciting, that's engaging, and still gives me the opportunity to be of some positive use?
And Mayor, one final question. Just wanted to get your quick thoughts on how North Adams has fared in terms of COVID distribution and rollout. Has your city gotten its fair share of doses, and have things gone as smoothly as you had anticipated?
Let's take both those. It's gone incredibly smoothly because from day one a year ago, we've had a close, trusted, collaborative connection throughout the Northern Berkshires. And whether it's been our initial response, whether it's been connecting with our human service partners, or whether it's the work that we've done to set up our vaccination clinics and models, we've done it really well, which is why the governor and others across the state have highlighted the work in the Berkshires. But we have the same challenge that everybody else does, which is vaccine supply still remains the challenge for all of us. And, I was talking with some folks the other day at our clinic, and they were making the point, it takes the same amount of effort to vaccinate 300 people as it does 1,000. And we would rather have those 1,000 appointment days as often as we can, because that's going to get us through. That's going to get our folks vaccinated. That's going to create the sense of confidence and safety and security and progress that we need to reopen our economy, to get people back in school. So, we're probably, I think the data is we're probably getting 10% of our allocation statewide on a weekly basis. And so I understand why people are frustrated. I understand why sometimes it can feel like waiting for concert tickets or buying a lottery ticket to try and get a COVID appointment. And we're trying to do the best we can to manage, to connect our councils on aging to this work, to make sure that everything that we can do to support our residents and our community, we are doing as we have since day one of our pandemic response.